Ladies and gentlemen, this is Growth Spark, where we ignite, accelerate, and grow. It is now Growth Spark o'clock, and today we want to discuss matters motor insurance. In previous episodes, we had actually tackled what insurance is, and we came to understand that insurance actually is indemnity. Insurance indemnifies you. By indemnity, what we meant was that insurance takes you back to your original financial position before a certain incident or accident happened. In that case, it meant that in the event of an accident or an unfortunate event, you do not have to go back to your pocket to fetch for money to salvage the situation. We also understood that insurance transfers risk to a third party who is basically the insurance company or the insurer. Therefore, the risk that you're exposed to is handled by another party who is the insurer. So basically, we just say that insurance is protection. When you have insurance, you're actually covered. We also mentioned that there are two categories of insurance, and that was the life insurance and the general insurance. We mentioned that life insurance is long-term because you can actually take a life insurance policy for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 25 years. And general insurance was short-term, whereby it is renewed annually. So after every 12 months, after every 1 year, it is renewed. We also mentioned that life insurance covers your life directly, while general insurance covers the property that we own. So ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to subscribe, to share, and even to like this video. I want us today to look at general insurance. Like I mentioned earlier, narrow it down to this property that most people nowadays own, which is the motor vehicle. We want to look at motor insurance. Now, there are two main types of covers in motor insurance. The first one is the comprehensive motor insurance, and then the other one, or the second one, is the third party motor insurance. Now, let me begin with the third party. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, a third party insurance is as good as no insurance. Why am I saying so? In the event that, let's say, for example, you're hit or you cause an accident, you're involved in an accident and you're actually the cause of the accident, and you have the third-party insurance. This means that your third-party insurance will cover or will compensate the damages to the other vehicle that has been involved in an accident with your vehicle. It will also cover or compensate for the passengers or the occupants of that other vehicle. Your third-party insurance will also compensate for any property that has been damaged within the vicinity of that accident, within that accident scene. But it will not compensate for the damages that have been caused on your vehicle. So basically, you're driving with an insurance cover that is protecting other people other than you. In fact, if it were not for the government's directive through the law that you actually have to stick or display that insurance cover on your windscreen, I'd rather you have just a very clear and beautiful windscreen looking pretty over there, instead of putting those third-party papers on your windscreen and dirtifying your windscreen, and get what I'm saying. Now, it's no wonder you will find some people have left their cars in the parking, possibly as a result of an accident that actually they had caused. You find that somebody was involved in an accident and the car got damaged, and probably they did not have cash to repair their car, so they take the car to their house or they park it there, and then they say, for example, when I get some cash, I'll try and do some body works, panel beating. When I get some cash, I'll probably replace the gearbox. When I get some cash, I'll probably replace the windscreen, and so on and so forth. But we know with the kind of economic times that we are living in, you will ask yourself one question. When you get some cash, will you put food on the table or will you buy a new windscreen? Will you pay school fees or will you buy new headlamps? Will you pay your rent, for example, or will you replace your gearbox? So this is why you'll find a lot of people who have been involved in accidents leave their cars even to rot. I've seen some cars even getting rusty in parkings. This could be the major reason why they are there. The third party insurance. Go to the police stations, the accidents section. You'll find a lot of accident cars that probably were involved in fatal accidents have been left there. Even if you're involved in a very, very nasty accident, after you come out of hospital, as long as there was a report that was made during the accident, there was a statement that was made, even if you come out of hospital 9 months, 7 months, 10 months later, you can still come and take your car and the insurance will take care of the same. Now, that is enough for third party. Let us talk about comprehensive cover. Comprehensive cover, just as the word describes, it covers comprehensively. So, for example, you were involved in an accident and your car has a comprehensive insurance cover. What will happen is that comprehensive cover will take care of the damages of the other car that has been involved in the accident with you. It will take care of the occupants of that other car that was involved in the accident with you. It will also take care of any property that has been damaged within that vicinity or the accident scene, and it will also take care of the damages that have arisen from the accident and have been inflicted in your own car. So it covers comprehensively. When you have a comprehensive cover, you are actually very, very safe. But one thing you should know, in as much as the comprehensive cover covers everything comprehensively, going by that term, there is one thing that it does not cover. It does not cover you, the driver or the owner of that vehicle that caused the accident. So what am I supposed to do if I'm the driver or the owner of that car? How am I supposed to be treated by that comprehensive cover? Please stick around to find out. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. Now, somebody may ask you, why do I need a comprehensive cover? I once met a fairly old man who told me that, listen, I have been driving for the last 30 years and I have never caused any accident. Why are you insisting that I take a comprehensive cover? And I tried all manner of sales pitches, trying to tell him how a comprehensive cover was good because it covered comprehensively. I also tried to tell him that this common phrase that we are told when you're in the driving school, that everybody is a madman on the road. You are the only sane man, but he couldn't hear any of that. So what are the main benefits of having a comprehensive insurance cover? Benefit number one, loss and damage. When you have a comprehensive cover, your vehicle is covered from loss and damage. Loss could mean that your vehicle was stolen, or loss could also mean that your vehicle, during an accident, when the good Samaritans came to rescue you, they also rescued your spare wheel, they rescued your stereo or your radio, they rescued your wheel spanners, they rescued some of the personal belongings that you had in your car. So that kind of loss is also covered under the comprehensive insurance cover. What you also need to note is that in the event of a loss, which is a theft case, then investigations have to be launched to determine the circumstances surrounding that particular loss. And one thing people don't know here is that in the event that the investigators discover that your car did not have any security feature, like the tracking devices, you actually risk not being paid. Yes, your car is stolen, you don't have a tracker, a car track. How will they track where the car has gone to or has been taken to? How will they reach the car? You will hear stories of, we are still trying to investigate, please give us time, and months, years will go by without you seeing your car. So you risk not being compensated by insurance if you don't have a security feature like a car track in your car. It's just the same way a building probably catches fire and is totally destroyed. And upon investigations, the insurance company discovers that this particular building didn't have any firefighting equipment. They risk not being compensated. Just the same way you park your car somewhere, it is stolen, and within that parking space, there was a notice that was saying, park your car at your own risk. Well, if anything is to go by, then you risk not being compensated because the warning was very, very clear. And therefore, when it comes to insurance, I know a lot of people usually have this perception that insurance does not pay. But the truth is, insurance pays. It's only that insurance is not in the business of paying claims after claims after claims. That's why serious and thorough investigations are usually taken into consideration. So we said the first benefit was loss and damage. I've just explained loss. Of course, damage would be any damage caused on your car upon an accident, and an assessor is usually appointed to determine the extent of the damage. And two things can happen. The assessor's report can recommend that your car be repaired, probably is not a very major damage, or the assessment report can actually recommend that your car be replaced. Why is your car being replaced? Because it has gotten an accident to the extent of being a total loss. Well, a total loss is an insurance term basically to mean a write-off. So if your car is a write-off, the assessment report from the assessor will recommend that your car be replaced. And probably in another episode, we'll talk about that process of the claims process and so on and so forth. Benefit number 2, safe removal, recovery, and protection. Yes, those are 3 things I've mentioned, but they fall under benefit number 2, safe removal, recovery, and protection. In the event that your car is involved in an accident, the cost of removing that car safely from the accident scene, whether using a crane or a tow car or a tow truck, that cost is borne by the insurance. We've seen in the past where, for example, there was a certain car that plunged into the Indian Ocean as they were crossing the ferry. Whatever rescue mission was going on there, whatever equipment was used there to recover that car from the bottom of the ocean or wherever, was a cost that was borne by the insurance. Of course, when we talk about recovery, we are talking about instances where your car has been stolen. So the cost of even tracking that car, sending people to go where that car is, and so on and so forth. All the costs involved in that recovery are borne by the insurance. Of course, protection insurance works hand in hand with the police to ensure that in any accident scene, the vehicle and even the occupants are protected from predators or good Samaritans, in quotes, who can disappear with personal belongings or even parts of that particular car. Benefit of comprehensive cover number 3, excess protector. Now, before probably we say what excess protector is, it is also good to understand what exactly is excess. So say for instance, you are driving and there is some heavy traffic on the road. So probably you're moving at a very, very slow speed, or even you have just stopped. And all of a sudden, somebody knocks on the left window. If you're driving a right-hand car, that is, somebody knocks on the co-driver's window, and immediately your attention is drawn to that end. But as soon as your attention is drawn to this end, you hear another loud bang on this side, the driver's side, and suddenly somebody has disappeared with your side mirror. And as you keep looking at where this person has gone to with your side mirror, apparently there were two of them working as a pair. The other one has disappeared with the other side mirror. Or probably you're driving on a hilly place and you're behind a lorry or a truck that is carrying, let's say, maram. And during that process, some maram or some stone falls on your windscreen and it cracks. These are two examples where you have gotten a minor accident. You've lost your side mirrors or your screen is cracked. So normally, when you go to an insurance company to launch minor claims like those ones, or minor accidents, to report minor accidents like those ones, they will tell you to pay some amount of money before they actually repair your car. This amount of money that you're paying before they repair your car is what is called excess. So excess is the extra amount of money you pay before your car is repaired, especially for minor accidents like the examples that I have given. Now, this excess value is usually almost the cost of the premium that you're paying for your insurance cover. Premium is the cost of insurance. It's basically the amount of money you pay to obtain an insurance cover. Now, in the motor insurance industry, premiums are actually paid a percentage. It's a percentage of the value of your car, and this percentage is usually anywhere between 3 to 4%. So, for example, if your car is worth 1,000,000 shillings, then it means the lowest point of premium that you can pay is actually 30,000. The highest point of premium you can pay at a margin of 3 to 4% is actually 40,000. So assuming your car is 1,000,000 and you paid 30,000 insurance premium to obtain the cover, then when you get a minor accident, you are actually going to be asked to pay an excess of anything between that 20,000 to 30,000. If your car is worth 1,000,000, I will assume, or I'm assuming, that your side mirror or your windscreen would cost roughly 15,000 to 20,000. So when you go to the insurance company to launch your claim, they'll tell you pay an excess of 25,000, for example. And when you look back, the cost of buying a windscreen is 15,000. So you'll find most people would rather decide to repair the windscreen alone and maybe pay some labor of 1,500, so that's 16,500, and avoid the hustle and bustle of following up back and forth with the insurance company. Somebody will tell themselves that if I pay this 25,000, I don't know how long it will take these insurance people to actually replace my windscreen or my side mirrors. So in short, excess was introduced to discourage people from launching minor claims. Assuming a minor claim costs an average of, let's say, 20,000 shillings, and in one full year, an insurance company pays, let's say, 1,000 of such minor claims at 20,000 shillings each. It means in that year, the insurance company will have paid claims worth 20 million shillings. Wow. That's a lot of money for an insurance company to just lose in the name of paying claims in 1 year. So they'd rather put the excess so they discourage you from going to the insurance company to lay claim for a minor accident. It's just like the same way we have something called copay in health insurance. When you have a medical cover, maybe the copay is 1,000 shillings. You copay with the insurance company when paying for the consultation fees. So maybe your copay is 1,000 shillings and you just have a headache. So you'll ask yourself, would I rather buy tablets over the counter at the pharmacy that cost me maybe 50 shillings, 100 shillings, or would I rather go to the hospital and pay 1,000 shillings to get medicines worth 50 shillings? So it discourages people from going to hospital just to pay or just to get treated for those minor ailments like headache or a flu or something. So the copay works like, or rather the excess works like the copay. But now back to our number 3 benefit, the excess protector. Excess protector now is a benefit that when you have an insurance cover, comprehensive insurance cover, in the event of such a minor accident, you will not be required to pay any excess because you are protected. You have an excess protector. Benefit number 4 of a comprehensive insurance cover: political violence and terrorism cover, PVT cover. Now, as the name suggests, this particular benefit is just for protection when it comes to risks or accidents arising from political events or political violence and even terrorism activities. Remember very well, in August 7th, 1998, there was a very horrific bomb blast in Nairobi, Kenya, and close to 300 people lost their lives, property was damaged, and so on and so forth. Well, guess what? Those people were not compensated anything by insurance. Fast forward, that was terrorism activity. Fast forward to 2007, 2008 in Kenya. There was a lot of property that was damaged and lives lost as a result of political violence. People went to insurance companies to lay claim. My car was burnt down during political violence. My business was destroyed during the political violence. Well, guess what? None of those were paid. It is until recently when we had cases of some very common hotels here in Nairobi where terrorists attacked, and we actually saw some live pictures on the television where cars were actually burning. By that time, this benefit was already in place. Therefore, in any country or in any nation where political violence is inevitable, where terrorism is rife, this PVT, political violence and terrorism cover under the comprehensive cover, is thoroughly vital, and everybody needs to have it. Number 5 benefit: personal accident cover, PAC. Now, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take you back when I was starting these benefits of the comprehensive cover. I mentioned that in the comprehensive cover, in as much as you're covered comprehensively, the driver of the car that has caused the accident, which has actually the car has a comprehensive cover, will not be covered. But you know what? Now, under the personal accident cover, the PAC, that is a benefit within the comprehensive insurance cover, this will ensure that also the driver is taken care of. So in the event that you take up a comprehensive insurance cover, always insist that it has a personal accident cover in it. That way, you, the driver, and the occupants of your car are safe. Benefit number 6 of a comprehensive insurance cover. There is something that we call road rescue. I'm sure you have seen something like, let's call it a lorry, not a very big lorry, but a lorry the size of a canter, and it is carrying another vehicle on top of it, sort of a breakdown lorry and carrying another vehicle. Now, road rescue is a benefit that actually helps us when you're stuck on the road or in the middle of nowhere, or you're driving your car and you have no clue of how your car operates. Then all of a sudden it just keeps quiet. You can actually call road rescue services, and they will come with that truck. They'll diagnose whatever the issue is, and if it is something they can repair on the road, they will repair and you will go. So normally, it's not only that you don't have a clue. Sometimes you can be somewhere and you have a tire burst, or your engine develops mechanical problems and you don't have a mechanic around. So if you have a road rescue benefit, you're normally given a card that looks like a debit card that you have with you. So anytime such a situation arises, there is a number that you can call. When you call that number, those people for road rescue will come. And like I said, they will try and find out what the issue is. If they can repair it from there, they'll repair it and you'll move on with your journey. If they are unable to repair it there, then they'll put your car on their truck and take it to an assessment center, commonly known as a garage, and then your car will be repaired. So imagine if you don't have the road rescue cover, it means if you get caught up in the middle of nowhere, you are on your own. But if you have it, your car will be repaired. So as your car is being repaired, assuming it could not be repaired on the scene where it got stalled and it has been taken to the assessment center or the garage, benefit number 7, you will be given a courtesy car. Benefit number 7, courtesy car. So this means that as your car is being repaired at the garage, you are given another car to be using in the meantime. Normally, a courtesy car you're given for a period of between 10 to 14 days. So this means that within the 10 to 14 days, your car will have been repaired. And normally what I tell, when I'm doing my trainings to salespeople, or even when I'm pitching to some of my clients, I normally tell them, when you have a courtesy car benefit, your car will be given a priority at the garage.